You, like me, are probably a hungry, broke university student who's looking to spend money on a knife instead of tuition. Don't worry, I got you. Here's a list of 10 knives under $150. I have also put the prices in Canadian dollars, euros, and pounds so you don't have to do the work yourself. But before we get into the video, I want to let you know about a little giveaway that I'm doing. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away some Shadow Daggers, Blue Steel, in field tested condition. All you need to do is subscribe, like, tell me your favorite knife in this video, and leave your Steam trade link in the bio of your YouTube channel. Good luck. The prices you see in this video were taken from Buff Marketplace and were converted using Google's own currency conversion. The first knife on this list is the Huntsman Stained, coming in at $150 in field tested condition. In my opinion, this is one of the best silver knives in this budget with a good sized blade, excellent pull-out animations, and the fact that the wear rating doesn't really have a huge effect on this specific finish. The only problem with this knife is that a lot of people aren't going to like the fact that there's a lot going on with the blade. There's a curved edge, there are serrated edges, there are angled edges, so if you like something simple, this may not be the one for you. The second knife on this list, or rather knives, are the Shadow Daggers Marble Fade in factory new for $148. These are an excellent deal as you get a high tier knife finish for cheap. You also get two knives instead of one, and it looks good with default gloves because of the contrast. The only problems with these are that most people don't like the Shadow Daggers as they refer to them as butt plugs, and they can also be a little bit hard to sell, so when you're looking to switch up your combo, it can be tricky. With that being said, if you like being flashy on a budget, these are definitely the knives for you. The next knife on this list is the Falchi Knife Brightwater StatTrak Minimal Wear, coming in at $135. This knife has an excellent pull-out animation, a nice blue finish, and in my opinion has the best rare inspect in the entire game with the knife balancing in the palm of the agent's hand. You can find this knife in StatTrak for the same price as you would a regular knife, so if this is something you're into, here it is. If you're looking for gloves to pair this knife with, I would recommend the Moto Gloves Polygon in Well Worn for about $140. These gloves don't look too bad for well worn and suit this Brightwater finish perfectly. The next knife on this list is also a Brightwater knife with a Bowie Knife Brightwater factory new at $146. In my opinion, this is one of the best knives to buy in the budget range because of the fact that the blade is so big it looks like a sword. You can also get factory new for really cheap with no scratches on it. It has a really good pull-out sound, but it can have a boring inspect and it also takes up a lot of the screen. The next knife on this list is the Gut Knife Lore at $128. This knife offers a cheap lore finish, pairs well with cheap gloves like Driver Gloves Racing Green, and has excellent animations like the Huntsman. The cons with this knife is that it's a gut knife and that field tested looks more worn than other finishes such as Damascus or Stained. All in all, this is an excellent budget knife, and to me it looks more expensive than what it actually is, so if you like to show off a little bit, then this is pretty good. If you want something that looks a little bit better, you can spend the time looking for one with a slightly lower float. The next knife on the list is the Huntsman Freehand in Minimal Wear for $138. This knife provides a really good budget purple combo, has good animations, and the Huntsman knife overall provides good value considering the blade size, the animations, and the pairings. The only problem with this design is that it's quite busy, and if you like a clean look, this is not the one for you. The second problem is that purple gloves are expensive, so trying to find an all purple combo is going to be challenging. With that being said, overall I really like the look of the Huntsman Freehand because of the silver accent that goes really well with the purple base coat. The next knife on this list are the Shadow Daggers Autotronic in Minimal Wear for $117. These knives provide a really good budget red combo, and you can also pair them with pretty reasonably priced red gloves like Resin the Red. They're also very clean and high flows with the red part getting slightly darker. The only con to this really applies to all Shadow Daggers, and is that some people don't like the way they look, and again, they look like butt plugs. So if you don't mind this, then I think that this is a great budget combo. Next up on the list are more Shadow Daggers. This time we have the Shadow Daggers Tiger Tooth factory new at $135. The Tiger Tooth finish looks great, it's nice and shiny and gold, it's great value, and you can get these in a low float for a low price. They're also very easy to pair with other gloves as there are a lot of yellow and beige options in the budget section, but they do come with the same cons as the other Shadow Daggers. I myself am personally a fan of Tiger Tooth finishes as they pair well with my Queen Jaguar gloves. Next up, we have the Ursus Knife Stained in Minimal Wear for $140. In my opinion, this is the single cleanest knife in this price range, as it doesn't have a lot going on with the blade, except for angled edges and flat edges. The stained finish also makes it easy to pair with budget gloves, so you can have a really nice looking combo that doesn't look cheap. The inspects for this knife are also top tier, as you can continue holding the inspect key to flip the knife as shown, and the rare pullout is also really nice as you toss the knife into the air while your agent catches it. The only con to this knife is really the color of the handle, as this green tan color doesn't always match the best with certain gloves, but this is a very minor gripe, and overall the Ursus knife doesn't have any serious downsides. The last knife on this list is the Paracord knife Urban Masked in minimal wear for $114 US. This knife is a really good budget white and gray knife. The handle matches the blade, and besides the cutouts, the blade is very clean as it only has flat and angled edges. With the Paracord knife, you either like it or you don't. There's no middle ground, as the look can be a bit polarizing as it's very different from the other knives. It can also be a little tricky to sell when you're trying to get rid of it, as not many people are specifically looking for these. If you made it this far in the video and you enjoyed it, I would really appreciate a like and a subscribe to the channel. Make sure you tell me down below in the comments which skin in this video was your favorite and which ones you might add that weren't shown today. Make sure you leave your trade link in your bio so that you have a chance at winning those shadow daggers. Good luck.